This is a quick Photoshop tutorial from Weddit on how to remove an unwanted person or an object. This image is a little tricky. I came across this in a Facebook feed from, let's just check, from Gabrielle Kreigel. I just want to show you how to do this. I think the best tool to use for a situation like this is the patch tool. The patch tool kind of analyzes the data around it, and it helps you to match what's there. So if we just go straight off the bat and just try something a little bigger, this won't work straight off the bat, but I'm just going to see what happens if we try and take this out in one go. See, the patch tool analyzes its surroundings next to it. So obviously that didn't work, but at least it's a start. And we can then go from there and kind of mix in. And now you can just do bit by bit with the patch tool. We can go into here. You can take this larger patch here. And it's going to be a little bit of a job to get it looking, you know, how you want it to look. So there's a slight problem here. And we'll go in and check this in a minute, but we could possibly clone stamp this, but let's try a patch tool here too. Try and line it up a little bit too. That looks really good. A few little bits and pieces. And obviously the black here is a little tricky, but we can go in and check that out in a minute. But so far, at least we made a start. Okay, so let me just zoom back in. And now here's where the fine detail would really happen. Now, I would just keep chipping away with the patch tool. Just keep taking sections. Another section here. This one now I'd probably revert. We'll do another layer. I'll revert back to the clone stamp. What I would do here is I would make another layer. I would take the clone stamp, maybe a bit less. We kind of just roughly get it out the way. And what we're going to do is we're going to release that layer from underneath just to get this color. So if you press Option and New Layer, creates a mask, Command I to invert, or Command I again, and press B, the brush tool. And then you can come in and just make that nice and feathered. And then you can come in here, a little bit more feathered. And you can come in here and slowly drift away at that. And then we can do some fine tuning right in there in the hair. You can combine those layers. This was a little bit of a tricky removal, so obviously I'm sure there's better ways to do this too, but this is just the way I would do it. Let's just have a look quickly at where we're at. Okay, so it's looking pretty good so far. Let's just go in and do those fine details now and fix the patches and things like that. Okay, so I'll zoom in. And let's just take a real look at this. And I would probably, let's check out the clone stamp first. And see. A little finer. It's pretty good. Just remove this. Oops. So as you can see, it's definitely, this is a little bit of a tricky job, and I would definitely take my time on this and make this more perfect. But as you can see, that gets you roughly there. And from there, you just want to go in, you can just condense those layers. And just go in then, we could use the spot healing brush on a couple of little patches. Actually, I love the patch tool because it just does such a better job on little marks and things. And you just basically got to go in and remove little pieces that aren't quite looking right. I know this patch here is a little tricky, so I might just highlight this whole patch. Just come over here. Just do it bit by bit. Maybe actually this little piece, maybe here, and then just some fine tuning. This, I see this is duplicated. A little duplication here, small thing here, and just bit by bit until you're happy. And there's other ways to clean this up a little bit, but that basically gives you what you need. Anyway, thank you so much.